Okay, today we are going to talk about SWIFT GPI for banks. The GPI, the term, it's a acronym for Global Payment Initiative by SWIFT. It is the latest initiative launched by SWIFT to improve the customer bank experience in the world of international payments. But what improvements are we talking about exactly? What new features does this initiative offer? Let's find out. International transactions have been traditionally veiled in mystery. So this is primarily due to the involvement of large number of players from different countries, as well as there is a lack of common standard which makes an international transfer difficult to manage. On one hand, information on the status of the payment, the delivery date, and the final amount of the payment are very difficult to estimate. And on the other, the handling of incidents arising from the process have been very manual. Banks across the globe have been working for years to make the cross-border payments faster and smooth. So one of the main initiatives in this area is GPI, which SWIFT launched in the market in 2016 with the idea of improving the customer experience in the world of international payments. So one of the main objectives of the GPI is to transform your customers' cross-border payment experience by delivering truly fast payments that are fully trackable from end to end. SWIFT GPI is based on existing messaging standards and bank payment processing systems, making it very quick and cost-effective to adapt to the new norm. Though through GPI, banks enhance their relevance with the fast evolving international payment ecosystem by delivering immediate value to the end customers. GPI also increases efficiencies for the bank payment operational teams while reducing the overall cost. It has a built-in cloud-based tools. The SWIFT GPI allows you to track payments, monitor adherence to the SLAs, and consult information related to your GPI member bank, all in one place. Okay. Talking about the benefits, SWIFT GPI has transformed the cross-border payment service you can offer to your customers. Now the customer can make high-speed international payments settled in minutes and seconds. They can track their payments in real time. They can receive a confirmation when the payments are credited and get transparency on the fees involved. And it also provides improved liquidity management. So SWIFT GPI it allows it so they can log into the tracker instantly to check the status of the payments. They can even improve their liquidity management by having the visibility on the initiated payments already on their way. So by adopting to GPI today, you can differentiate your cross-border payments offering and grow your corporate customer base. Since, as mentioned earlier, GPI went live in early 2017. It was close to 2016-2017, and the adoption has been extremely rapid since then. SWIFT GPI has been adopted by more than 4,000 plus financial institutions around the world. And if you talk about banks, there are more than 895 banks globally which have adopted GPI already. Every bank which joins GPI will be able to trace every payment they send using SWIFT GPI across all the 11,000 banks on the SWIFT network. So that's the power of using the tracker based payment. So talking about the dates, SWIFT GPI will be the standard for all the cross-border payments by the end of 2020. So that's the date all the banks have been asked to follow. Okay. Talking about the features, this is extremely important because apart from the tracker, what else we have got from the GPI? So SWIFT GPI is enabling payments to be credited to end beneficiaries within minutes and even seconds sometimes. It has a range of features that deliver added value to the bank and the customers. The first is the GPI tracker, which provides end-to-end payments tracking. So in today's world, the customers expect greater transparency. When they send a payment, they want to know what is happening with it and when it has been received. So until now, this was not possible in cross-border payments, as each bank was able to guarantee and share information of its own leg of payment. Okay, the debit leg or the credit leg we are talking about. Now, SWIFT GPI, it enables the bank to provide end-to-end payments tracking to the customer. The tracker, what we call it, is in the cloud and securely hosted at SWIFT, which provides end-to-end visibility on the status of the payment of a payment transaction from the moment it is sent right up to when it is confirmed. So SWIFT and the tracker can be updated by any FIN message, by a empty message, I would say, or via API. It can also be accessed via graphical user interface, or as mentioned, API calls. You can also, depending on the system what you are trying to integrate with, to allow the service to be embedded in other back office applications in your bank. Okay. The second is the GPI Observer Insights. So it provides a global view of the bank's adherence to the GPI rulebook. What is GPI rulebook? The business rules, what we talk about. The GPI banks can quickly pinpoint areas of improvement and work collaboratively towards better implementation of the SLAs. Okay, the next one, the GPI directory. It's a complete list of all the GPI members. So all members which have subscribed to this GPI tracker or GPI service are listed in the GPI directory. So all the details are included, which bank can send and receive GPI payments by business identifier code, in which currencies, what kind of channel they are reachable with, what are the cutoff times. If a bank acts as an intermediary for GPI payments, that's also visible. The directory benefits all the banks involved by enabling comprehensive end-to-end pathfinding for the GPI payments. Plus, the benefit is it is available in wide variety of formats and can be accessible via automated delivery channels. Okay, when you talk about GPI, there are three roles. If you see any document on GPI, you will see these three roles specifically listed with a responsibility. So as the name suggests, we have instructing and the instructed agent, and one agent is acting as a intermediary. So instructing agent is the first GPI agent that instructs the next GPI party in the transaction chain to carry out the GPI instruction. Okay, it will be just one instruction or a set of instructions. The agent which sits between the instructing and the instructed GPI agent is the intermediary agent, and the instructed agent, it's the agent that is instructed by the previous GPI party in the chain to carry out the set of GPI instructions. Just to be sure, it's not necessary that the instructed agent will be the beneficiary bank. So it can be the beneficiary bank or the last GPI agent in the transaction chain. Okay, so we have for a customer, customer can be a financial institution or a bank. So the transformation of the process of international payments reflects the response SWIFT GPI has made to what customers have been asking for, like when is the payment carried out? Payment is effective on the same day the payment process is initiated, and definitely the implied it is dependent on the differences in the operating hours. So in the previous video we also mentioned about the working calendars different regions follow. So it's a complex set of it's complex region specific task, I would say, but it's based on working calendars, I would like to mention. It helps strengthen the commercial relations with the suppliers. Okay, so the next one is how much does it cost to make the payment. So the basic characteristic of the new initiative is a transparency, since it provides a breakdown of the cost involved in the payment, including the exchange rate cost. Okay, so next one is where is the payment. So as mentioned, we have a GPI tracker. So the status of the payment situation with respect to the correspondent banks is available at all the times. This traceability is possible due to the presence of unique end-to-end transaction reference, okay, UETR. So when you talk about the technology or changes in terms of technology for the GPI tracker, then this particular aspect will definitely come up, unique end-to-end transaction reference. It is associated with each payment that is kept and shared by the different banks involved in the operation. The process finalizes with confirmation the payment has been deposited in the beneficiary account. Okay, so how is the payment identified? So the information regarding the payment remains unchanged and the homogeneous during the process. That is, details provided by the issuer are the same as those received by the recipient as a result of the commitment established between the banks taking part in SWIFT GPI. Okay, now coming to the interesting slide. In one of the videos I have mentioned the alternative to SWIFT is Ripple. Okay, so it's a new technology, Ripple network. So we have compared SWIFT GPI versus Ripple payments here. Okay, Ripple has forced SWIFT to improve payment processing standards, which have been previously been ignored or taken for granted by SWIFT. They have been making advances in payment processing space, trying to address age-old issues using different approaches. The first point I would like to talk about is the infra and the technology. Though SWIFT introduced GPI tracker, which provides great visibility in a cross-border payment, it still relies on the old infra and is not as disruptive as payment based on blockchain technology, that is Ripple and the ILP. However, the blockchain space isn't a proven platform in terms of the scalability of framework. Okay, the next point, the other point I would like to talk about is the processing time. So SWIFT GPI promises payments within 30 minutes or within 24-hour time frame, whereas just note the difference between the processing time. Ripple offers payment processing standards which confirm payment finality within seconds. Okay, so it's a huge difference in terms of the processing time. However, when we talk about adoption, okay, so SWIFT still holds the advantage of being the largest network for payment processing with more than 11,000 banks in its network. SWIFT GPI is a quantum leap to improve speed, security and transparency issues in payment processing standards, while Ripple is used only by a handful of institutions or the organizations. When I looked into the internet, it was around 45 FIs have Ripple system into place. Okay, thank you for watching this video. We will delve into more details around SWIFT GPI and the Ripple payments, and maybe sometime on blockchain or cryptocurrency. Thanks for your time. Bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe to my video and press the bell icon for new updates. Thank you.